In this tutorial for Esko's WebCenter, I'm going to show you how to configure the ability for a role assignee to invite and assign additional role members to a project. First, let's log in as a project manager and take a look at the normal behavior without any additional configuration. I'm going to navigate to a project that I've already created, and you can see here that my user is assigned the true project manager of a project. Now, the normal behavior is that the project manager as well as admins are the only ones who are able to change the members of a project in this traditional function. So I can see here that I have 3 additional roles within my project. I can click Manage Roles, and here I can assign additional users from the list. Now, it may be possible that me as the project manager, I may not know all the role assignees who are required for this project. But I may know one of the roles, such as regulatory, who will be the owner of the additional 2 roles, legal and content manager. I'm going to assign my regulatory user to this project. I can see that they're now invited, so let's take a look and log in as the regulatory user. Now, if I log in, I'll navigate to my project, navigate to my Members tab. I can see that my regulatory user is assigned, but I can't see any other role assignment within the project. If I click on Manage Roles, the standard behavior is that I do not have any rights to manage roles within the project. All right, so let's configure the ability for my regulatory role to manage my 2 additional roles within WebCenter, which are Content Manager and Legal. So if I do a quick diagram to look at how this traditionally functions, I can see that my default behavior is that my admin and project manager are able to manage the additional roles in my project. So for example, I have a content manager, designers, legal, and regulatory. Now what we're going to do is configure the ability for the regulatory role to also manage our legal and content manager role here. So this does not take any ability for the admin or project manager. They will still have all the rights, but the legal, designer, and content manager role will still not have the ability to change anything. All right, so let's go back into WebCenter, and now this time I'm going to log in as an admin so I can configure the system. Navigate to the admin panel, navigate to roles, and I'm going to click on regulatory. Now there's a tab here that says manageable roles. So I'll click on that, and here it says role can invite the following roles. So I'm going to click on content manager as well as legal. Save this. It's going to take immediate effect to all your projects in your system. So you're not able to configure this for specific project templates. It's a system-wide setting. Now I'll log back in as my regulatory user. Navigate back to my project I was just in. I can see at the top right, I'm logged in as regulatory. I'll navigate to members. I can click on manage roles. So this time, I'm not getting the warning that I did not have permission to manage any roles within this project. I can see that I'm logged in as my regulatory user, and I have the ability to manage the content manager role as well as the legal role. I can navigate to the assignee dropdown, and I can choose my content manager user as well as my legal user. Click change, and now those 2 additional users are invited with the proper role assignment to my project. So this is going to be a great additional functionality for your users to be able to assign additional sub-roles within a project without the true project manager having to take ownership or responsibility for that role. It's a way to give additional access that may not be available in your traditional setup.